summer afternoon. It had just rained. One of those wonderful summer rains, those that come unexpectedly and heavy and finish abruptly, but taking care of all that summer heat and leaving the air feeling so cooled off, moist, fresh. It was just beautiful day. My mom sent me to a bakery to get some bread. So I went and I knew the road, I knew the street, I knew all the noises around. It was my home back then where I lived, so everything was familiar. We lived in a large city, but in the area that wasn't very busy. It was a little bit quieter. It was still traffic on the road, but it was a bit quieter there. And I see myself going a familiar path towards the bakery, and here it happens. It is still, very still. I don't hear any noises anymore. No birds singing and no dogs barking, no people walking. There's no cars. It's so strange, and it's like someone pushed a stop button on a movie. And I'm noticing all of this, but I'm not thinking yet. It's like my inner mind notices what's going on, but I'm just keep walking to the bakery, and something happens, and as I'm walking in this still, I see another woman from all the way on a distance, very far, walking towards me. There is nobody else, it's just me and that other woman. And I felt towards each other. To describe it better, it's just a straight path with a little two-story houses on one side of it and a traffic road on the other. So you could see very far in the front and in the back of the straight road. So it's just me and her. And we're coming closer and closer, and as she's approaching to me, I feel like I'm becoming anxious to see her, and I can't understand why. What's going on, but I wasn't slowing down my step anymore. So we're coming closer to each other, and I'm starting to see your silhouette. Your body was dressed in a very strange, lacy kind of dress. It was black, long dress, beautiful, and she was carrying stylish black umbrella, one of those classy ones. It was large, but the style of umbrella made her look kind of like a witch a little bit. But she was coming closer, and I caught myself being so eager to see her face. And on one hand, it was hard for me to get brave and just stare, because I was a polite girl with good manners, and I knew it was not good to stare. Yet I just couldn't take my eyes. I couldn't take my eyes off of her, and I just tried to look at her face. So we came close. We crossed paths. We got even, and so we walk in different directions now. It happened fast, but I almost stopped because something happened when I passed that woman. It's like I knew her, and at the same time I never saw her before. And I had this strong impulse to look back and just run after her. It was so strange. I couldn't understand it, but the urge to do it was so strong that I looked back. It was almost instantly, because my thoughts she was gone. It was a straight road and there was nowhere to turn. There was houses on one side, but they were far enough where she couldn't have turned there. And the road led straight, and after the houses ended there was park, but it was very far away. So I ran a little till I realized what I was doing. I was running after a woman who seemed like vanished through a thin air. And I just stopped. I couldn't walk. I was feeling very confused. I couldn't understand what was happening, and the strange part is that as I stood there, life started to come back to normal, and I came back to my senses when I heard cars driving on the road back and forth. Dogs were barking and birds were singing. There were people walking everywhere, talking and kids laughing. It's like the life came back from a stop button, and I suddenly looked around, and the trees, they were just shining because that rain recently stopped, left them moist, and droplets of water, they were just shining on the leaves. And I started to feel the fresh air on my skin, and I came back to my senses completely. I wasn't thinking yet about what happened, but I remembered to go to bakery, and I was right there. I had to just walk a couple of blocks on that path. So I got the bread. I went home, and I gave bread to my mom, and I came to my bedroom. I sat down, and everything that I felt, I started to realize, because what I described, I only realized when I came home. It's like at that time I was watching myself. I was feeling everything, but not realizing. So I came home. I sat alone, and for a while I didn't do anything. I just sat and stared, comprehending what happened. sad woman face. I didn't pay much attention to your body, but my mind picked up your dress, and just automatically, as I'm just visually, my memory has visually could catch, I remember. But your face, I looked right at her when she was passing me, and I couldn't remember your face. In my mind, I remember your silhouette, your dress, your hair. Your walk that was so confident, at the same time quiet. I remember everything, but when I tried to remember your face, it was just a blur. I couldn't see any features. I couldn't explain it. I have good facial memory as well. I always remember faces. But I understood. When I was realizing it, I understood how strange that little life event was, and it seemed so insignificant, but somehow it affected me. I had quite a few similar events in my life of the same kind of nature, when I would see life stopping and something happening, and every one of those events would touch me deeply, because I couldn't explain it, and I would remember every detail about them till the rest of my life, because now, many years later,